Hey y'all, happy holidays. Today is Wednesday, December the 28th, and I am sick thanks to that big little over there. She brought germs home from school before the Christmas break, and in turn made her sister sick, and she made me sick. So we started our day today with doctor's visits. I took them to the doctor and got the medicine to help them feel better. So either way, we had some time to waste before we do the next thing for today. So I figured, video. And what you doing? Anyhow, I hope everybody had a happy holiday, whichever holiday that you celebrate or observe. I did. Santa helped mommy get a new whip. Nay nay. No? Okay. So yeah, I got a new whip. I got a minivan, which I love. I've had a minivan before, and then I did away with my minivan and thought I wanted a car, so I got a car. And I didn't want a car. I needed the space because I carry a lot of stuff with me because of the... I hope you're not throwing anything out the window. It's called littering. So I carry a lot of stuff with me. I might do like a minivan tour one of these days if I can remember to do so. But anyway, I did get a minivan. I'm happy. I'm pleased. But other than that, like, my mom came into town and we had our first annual little pajama jam and everything. So that was a lot of fun. And then, ma'am, it's kind of toasty outside. You trying to burn us up?
I don't want my window down. I don't want my window down.
Which side are you on?
I can't die.
All right then. So I roll that window up and I roll the other one down. Thank you. We had a happy holiday. That's what I'm saying. Did you have a happy holiday? Did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
Not everything I didn't want exactly.
But did you get what you wanted for Christmas for the most part?
Oh yes. I didn't. I only got a dog.
Didn't you say you wanted a car? Didn't you get a car?
But I don't have anything.
We had a happy holiday. But yeah, I don't feel good today. I've been trying to like kick it and stuff so I can get back to the gym and everything. I haven't been able to kick it. It's gripping me. Whatever it is. See? Whatever it is, it's got a hold on me right now. So, okay, well maybe you should sit down and relax for a little bit. Watch the movie. It might make you feel better. But it's all up in here, like my sinuses and my throat and my ears and stuff like that. So hopefully after I shake whatever I got going on, I can get back to the gym. And I'm starting to think I might do these videos when I'm by myself and I don't have the girls with me, because it seems like every time the camera starts rolling, they got the most happening. She itching all of a sudden, and I don't know. So that might be something that we do in the future. But yeah, they both got dolls that look like them. Cameron's doll, what is her name? Chelsea. And Kaz's doll, what's your doll's name? Kaz. What are you doing?
I'm not doing it.
Oh my goodness, my children are weird. So hopefully moving into this new, well, I'm not gonna say hopefully, I'm gonna claim it. Going into this new year is gonna be a better year. It's already starting off. Every year between November and sometime in December, I always do, like, I don't do vision boards because I don't ever have magazines. I don't buy magazines anymore. But every year around this time, I normally write down the things that I want for the for the upcoming year. And it's not always material things. It might be, like, being a disabled veteran and suffering with like anxiety and depression sometimes, it gets really bad. And so just kind of wanting to have a normal I don't even want to say full year, but just sometimes having a normal week would be great. Just a week to kind of have, keep your head above the cloud, so to speak. So it's just stuff like that. And sometimes it's, it is material things, but for me, it's worked in the past. That man was getting in his car, but he was moving real slow. I didn't want him to think I was talking to myself. But anyway, in years past, it's pretty much worked out for me. So I've learned to be very specific, because I would write down things and I would get exactly what I wrote down. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted. But I kind of envisioned it like this. So for example, a few years ago, I was living in a duplex or whatever, and I had been there for about 5 years, and I really, really wanted a house. And I wrote down very specific. I wanted a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And I said home. That's what I wrote down. And I wrote that down in 2013. 2014, I moved into a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhome on a lake, and it was nice, but it wasn't really what I wanted. So I wrote it again, and this time I was more specific. And then the girls and I were blessed with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, corner lot home, and that was a forever home. And I was so grateful for that. But again, I was not extremely specific. I got everything that I wanted in the home, and the home was amazing, but the schools were something that I didn't take into account because she was homeschooled. But I got a promotion that year on my job, and so I had to work a different shift, which kind of took away my ability to homeschool, being a single parent. So I had to put her in school, but the school was like, I don't want my baby to go to school. So I was praying and trying to figure out a way that I could kind of make something shake, make something work, and it ended up working out. I prayed again, and an opportunity to purchase a home fell into my lap in an area that I never in a million years thought I'd ever be able to live or to afford on my own. But I was able to get this house at a steal. I could just say God is good. He blessed us. So I never wrote that house down because I never imagined that I could have something like that, let alone own something like that. So I kind of kept myself in this mental box, and I'm learning to kind of step outside the box, and ask for what I want, because just because you're not qualified for it by like your standards don't mean that God says you're not qualified for it. So I went from wanting the 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and I had it. Then I started to pray, and I would write down, that I desired to have somewhere with better schools and better activities for the girls and things like that. Like I said, God blessed me, and I'm now in a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage home in an amazing school district. She goes to an amazing school. I just got casted in pre-K already. And what just happened? And that's for next year. So I'm happy about that, and stuff is starting to slowly put itself back into place, because like as you guys have seen from when I first started recording, like things started going like haywire. It went from like everything was cool, I was like making progress and stuff like that, and then I felt like I got knocked back, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But God said it's delayed, not denied, and He still had stuff for me. So after being laid off, I get blessed with a new car. Not even just a car, but like I said, one of the things I wrote down last year was I will be back in a minivan. It makes my life so much easier with her cheering and having to help, with carpooling with the other cheerleaders, and just like when we hang out on weekends with some of the other girls that we hang out with, most of my other friends have 2+ kids. So, if we all drive sedans, we take in multiple vehicles and things like that. So, I mean, it just makes it easier. It makes my life easier as well, because I like to travel, and traveling in a sedan, 2 kids, 2 car seats, a potty. Yes, I travel with a whole potty. I do. A potty, an emergency kit, depending on the season, little blankets and stuff like that. I mean, it can be a bit much. So like I said, God can do anything, and it just put me in a better situation because after being laid off, you know, things were getting tight, you know what I'm saying? And now I've been put in a situation where my, you know, my car payment is less, and it turned out to be an all around better situation. So I'm learning to, like I said, ask for what I want, speak things the way that I want them to be, and just trust God instead of worrying so much. Because there's one thing I can tell you for sure: worrying doesn't fix a thing, not a single thing. If anything, it makes it worse. Especially for somebody that suffers with anxiety, it makes it worse because not only am I worried about it, but now I can't get it off my mind, and I can't sleep, and all that other crazy stuff, and like ain't nobody got time for that. So moving forward into 2017, and I can't even say just when 2017 starts, but just even now, I'm trying to remain present. I don't want to worry about the future too tough. I'm definitely not going to dwell on the past. I'm going to just stay where I am right now and just stay present and worry about today. Do what I can for today. Be proactive today, which will help prepare for tomorrow, but not worry about tomorrow. So that's just kind of what's happening right now. I'm excited about the future. I'm on the up right now. I'm not down or anything like that. I'm not depressed. I'm not stressed. I'm not any of those things. And I'm so grateful to have just a clear mental state right now. And I said I would do a video about that, and I hadn't done it yet because I'm always with my babies, as you guys can see. But I'll do a video about that. But just like a very short piece is just suffering with anxiety sometimes I think is misunderstood by people that don't understand it. And it's just, I'm always anxious about everything. Like anxious and worried is the best way to put it. Like, I know that being a single parent, sometimes if I don't do stuff, it doesn't get done. You know, my mom lives in another state, my father lives an hour away, both sisters are in another state. It is just the girls and I. And I do have an amazing partner, don't get me wrong. He's awesome. But for the most part, he lives a good distance from me as well. So it's just the girls and I. And it's so important to me that they have a stable, like, home life and living environment. And I don't ever want them to suffer because it's just me. You know what I mean? I think some people fall victim to their circumstances and allow you know, their circumstances to be an excuse or a reason why they don't do certain stuff. And I just don't want that to be me. As a matter of fact, it won't be me. And I want to kind of set the example for my girls that, you know, no matter what, no matter the situation, no matter your circumstances, you are able to do whatever it is you want to do. If you apply yourself, what are you doing? If you apply yourself. So it's important to me that I always do the right thing. And I think sometimes being responsible is a headache in itself. It is just like a lot of people walking around here now. But being responsible in itself is just a headache. Some days I just don't want to do it no more. I want to go make a foolish decision and say, you know what, I'm going to get my nails done because I want to. But the way my brain is set up, I gotta make sure that credit stay right. I gotta make sure that mortgage gets paid. I gotta make sure that there is food all the time because I don't ever want my babies to know what that, you know, what it's like to not have. I gotta make sure those things are done. I gotta make sure there's always gas in the vehicle and stuff just in case something pops up. I used to be kind of careless when I was in college. It was just me. I didn't have kids, so it was just like, I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm going to get it done. Instead of spending, you know, $150 on groceries, I only spend $100. You know, I could do stuff like that back then. I can't do that anymore. So, you know, those things are important to me. And with that, for someone that suffers from anxiety problems or an anxiety disorder, it becomes more than just the responsibility. It becomes like a chain, like a ball and chain, kind of like. I can't do anything without worrying about whatever it is that has me worried for that moment. You know what I mean? And it consumes me. And so I do a lot of different things to try to, you know, clear my head, like, you know, meditation. And I try to spend some quiet time in my office by myself. depending on these two. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And working out works great for me, but with all the surgeries and things that I've had within these past 2 years, I've kind of even fallen from that. So it's been a journey, to say the least, and it's just a revolving door sometimes, because you know the extra weight adds to the depression. Like, ain't nobody got time for this body that I'm in right now. I'm not used to being here, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like any of that. So it adds to, you know, to the depression and all that stuff. And so sometimes getting up, going to the gym is a struggle, and like not having a gym partner and stuff like that, you know, to help keep you motivated on the day. And not even motivated, but kind of just keeping you accountable. I don't need nobody like, come on girl, you got it. But if somebody like, okay, we at the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like, where you at? I don't like letting people down, so I'm gonna make sure I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working on not letting me down and doing it. So I've been consistent lately. You know, I just kind of, I'm not gonna say slack, but I did take a break, you know, because of the holiday. I had family coming to town. My sisters came, my mama came and stuff, so I didn't go this past week, but I'm back in action tomorrow, full force, and I'm gonna get it in. And I don't have like a new year, new me type thing. It's just something that I need to get back to. It's not something that I'm trying to get to. It's something I need to get back to. Like, I've been there. I know what to do. I just need to do it. So that's the plan. Another car is pulling up beside me now. So I'm gonna end this video, and I'll do, like I said, maybe I'll do like a car tour or something like that later if it's not dark, or if not later, maybe tomorrow. So I'll let y'all. Bye. Y'all say peace out.
Peace out, me back.
Okay, that was just rude.